again like you did on Saturday at 5:30.
Wow, I didn't even hear the record warning either.
Oh,
So this
wow.
is totally shut down coming this way. So, but you can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then we're fine. All right, awesome. Let's take your blanket. Keep it folded just the way that it is. And we're just going to sit on it to begin class. And this is going to allow your hips to be higher than your knees, which then kind of forces you to sit upright, laying the hands in the lap and just close your eyes. And if closing your eyes is uncomfortable, then just have a soft gaze down on your mat. Welcome to your 6:45 Restore class. My name's Janine. We're just going to start in easy pose. And all we're going to do here is just sit and breathe. That's it. Nothing spectacular. We're not going to move. We're just going to relax. We're going to let the body start to slow down. We're going to let the heartbeat slow. And hopefully the mind will start to become still as well. Restorative yoga is all about being still, but also being comfortable. So there's nothing but ease and softness in all of your poses. We are not stretching. We're not reaching for new heights. We're using all the props to make sure that we are as comfortable as we can be. So as we just sit here in easy pose, see if there's something that you would like to call in for tonight. Would you like to call in surrender? Would you like to call in stillness, quiet, peace? Anything that you would like to call in, allow yourself to call it in. And then what you're calling in, allow yourself to be open to capture it. Give yourself permission. So I love little stories and I love quotes. So this one's called The Outlaw. And a guy by the name of Justin Pawlowski started Outlaw Yoga based on the belief that being authentic means following your heart. Yoga feeds the outlaw in everybody's heart. And the author writes, as a soccer mom by day, but in my heart beats the pulse of an outlaw, yoga helps me to remember my inner child, my inner wild child. Teachers encouraged her to try every pose, even handstand. So think, is there an inner outlaw in you? Can you remember a time with less responsibility and more play? Can you be totally and completely free on your mat? Let's find out. Let's find our inner outlaw and rewild our spirit today. And being wild doesn't mean always being up and moving around. Just checking. Just wanted to make sure. It could also mean that if you're always wild, doing the opposite, maybe just allowing yourself to be still and relaxed. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We're going to move into active rest. So you can come off your blanket. If you would like to use your blanket as more cushioning on the mat, open it up so that it's not too, it's just like folded once. And then you would just lay it like right, just like that. That's the only prop we'll use for active rest. Active rest is we are laying on our back. Soles of our feet are on the mat, knees pointing up, arms are just comfortably down by your side with your palms facing up. Allow the entire body to settle down onto the mat. Let the feet feel the mat. Let the energy from the earth come up and meet your energy. And start to notice the breath. You don't have to do anything with it. Don't change it. Just notice it. When you breathe in, where does the breath land? The chest, the ribs, the belly, knowing that there is no wrong answer. Once we become aware and familiar with our breath, we're in a better place to change it when we need it. Let's play with the breath a little bit. After you take your inhale, hold, count from 3, 2, 1, and then allow your exhale to happen. And then hold for 3, 2, 1, and then take your inhale. Taking that pause in between the inhale and the exhale and the exhale and the inhale brings a little bit more clarity to the mind, brings a little bit more stillness, but also focus. After you take 5 rounds of taking that pause, you may let go of that breath, or you can keep it if you'd like. Let's bring a little movement into the body. Just bringing the arms straight up, fingers pointing towards the ceiling, palms are facing each other. And we're gonna lift the right arm up and then lift the left arm up. So we're just gonna go back and forth between the right and the left. It does not have to be anything huge, just a tiny little movement. Sometimes we need to move a little bit so that we can find that stillness and that peace. And then come back to stillness with the arms. And we're just gonna open them up a little bit, let the elbows bend, and then bring the arms straight up. So we're just gonna open out, almost like a goal post, and then bring them in. Open out, bring them in. One more time, open out, bring them in. This time we'll reach the right arm up over the head, let it touch the floor if it can, and then bring the arm back up. And then the left arm goes over the head. Right. Left. One more time with each side. And then relax the arms down by the sides. Palms facing up, uncurl the fingers. Take the right leg, straighten it out. Point the toes, flex the toes, point and flex. And then bring the leg straight up, sole of the feet facing the ceiling. And then just take some circles. Like maybe draw a circle on the ceiling with your heel or your toe, and then go in the opposite direction. Bend the knee, place the right foot down on the mat. Left leg goes out straight. Flex and curl the toe and point the toes. Lift the left leg up. And then draw those circles on the ceiling with the left leg, either toes or heel. And then switch and go in the opposite direction. Bend the knee, bring the foot back down onto the mat. Let your hands come down on top of your belly. Let the elbows rest on the mat. And just feel the rise and fall of the belly as you breathe, trying to get the breath down into the belly. And if you're having a hard time doing that, just visualize the breath going there. The belly expands with the inhale and then falls with the exhale. And go ahead and roll to your left side. Take 2 nice deep inhales and exhales. And then after you're done with your breath, come up to seated. We're going to move into our first posture. So we're going to lay the bolster at the top of the mat. And we're going to lay down on it. So because we want the head on the bolster, you can put it either there or there. It doesn't matter which end you want to lay. So we're going to keep our hips further away from the bolster than normal so that we can get our head on it. And then we're just going to lay back on top of it like this. So the heart's going to open, and then we're going to straighten out our legs and adjust yourself as you need to. Arms will be down by your side. I'm actually going to come over to you guys. Put your hand on here. Put your hand. How's that feel? Is that better? Yeah. You're welcome. See if you can soften the chin as you're laying here. Please always remember, if a pose does not feel good for you, either add more props, take away a prop, or totally skip it and get into a pose that will feel good. We usually hold our poses anywhere from 5 to 10 to 20 minutes. Allow the heart to soften as it's open so that you can receive the breath that comes in and out. Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. To come out of the pose, remove your hands from your blocks. And then allow yourself to roll either to the right side or the left. So you're going to come completely off the bolster onto your side. Or you can just sit up. Rolling to the side is an optional thing. Our next pose is going to be supported child's pose. So sitting hips to knees, hips to heels. Keep your arms down this way. But if you want the bolster to come up further, take your other block. And then it's higher, so you don't have to go down so far. It all depends on what you're comfortable with. So if you could just bend completely down, then go ahead and do that. But if you need more, so lay on your cheek. I'll let you know when you're halfway, and then you can switch your cheeks. Come up for 1 second. Let me pull this up. Sure. You're fine. Do you want it higher? Or are you okay with that? Yeah. Do you want a blanket in between your hips and your heels? Yeah. Here. So you lay, I'll put that there for you. Because that feels nice and good sometimes. How's that? Is that good? Do you want a blanket between your hips and heels too? Or are you fine? You're good? Okay. So allow yourself to breathe into the back side of the heart. So we have the front of the heart open. Now we're closing that up and opening up the back of the heart. Just imagine the breath going down the back. It is never too late to live the life of your dreams. It is never too late to live the life of your dreams. So go ahead and switch to the other cheek. If your mind refuses to allow you to relax, just come back to the breath and just repeat inhale, exhale, so that the mind has something else to focus on. So very slowly, we're going to round back up. So as you start to come up, allow your chin and your head to hang nice and heavy as you roll up. So you'll come up, hips to heels, head hanging, and just allow the head to hang for just a little bit. And then inhale, bring the head up. We're going to move into twist. So we're going to leave the bolster right where it is, but let's try 2 blocks under the bolster. So I just have them laying right on top of each other, and then I just have the bolster. So go ahead and flatten that. Yeah, perfect. Yep. So we're going to take our left hip and we're going to bring it towards the bolster, and we're going to have our knees bent. And how you want your knees is your choice. You can have them both like this. You can have them separated. It's whatever is comfortable for you, or maybe you want to put a blanket in between them because sometimes that feels really good too. And then we're just going to lay down on the bolster. We're not going to twist too much. We're just going to lay this way and then look in the same direction our knees are going in. So I like to hug the bolster underneath between the blocks. Now, if this is too high for you, take a block off. And then sometimes that right arm, the top arm can feel a little weird. So sometimes I put it like right here on my hip, or I just move it to a place that's comfortable. I forget, not everybody has long, long arms like I do. I don't know, maybe let's go one more. How's that? Is that good? Yeah, okay, you can adjust it any way you need to. I just think everybody's long like I am. There is no substitute for authenticity. There is no substitute for authenticity. Deepen your breath. Take 2 nice deep breaths. Take your time taking your inhale. Take your time taking your exhale. And then on the 3rd inhale, very gently allow yourself to come up. And you're just going to turn around so that you are on the other side. And just lay back down. Isn't this class great? You don't have to do anything. Just have all the props, all the softness. Where can you find more softness in your body in this position? It's part of the charm of being in the middle of town. Come back to the breath. It takes courage to forge your own path. It takes courage to forge your own path. We're going to begin to move into our final pose, Shavasana. And there are plenty of options for this pose. You can stay exactly where you are to the end of class. You can turn around and just lay on your back with your back on the bolster, back on the floor. You can lay on your belly. Wherever you would like to be for your final pose, allow yourself to be there. What are you looking for? No, the block.
Oh,
Are you good? Are you even? Do you need anything to make you more comfortable? Okay. So as we lay here in our final pose, allow the breath to just come and go on its own without trying to change it. Just allow it to be. Let the only movement be the rise and fall of the chest as the breath comes in and out. Body. Take a nice slow body scan, starting at your toes, working your way all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you're working your way through, if you notice any spots that need to be a little bit more relaxed, less tension, less stress, less tight, breathe into those spaces and breathe in softness and ease. Now take each finger one by one and rub it over your thumb, the pad of your thumb, just to bring some little gentle movement into the body. And then start to wiggle the toes. And maybe rock the head side to side, nice and slow. And then with your next breath, we're going to roll to our left side. So you're going to roll off of the bolster. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then come into a seated position. Gently allow yourself to come up. Have a soft gaze or your eyes closed. Bring your hands in front of heart center. And find a place of gratitude. Find one thing that happened today that you are grateful for. And allow that to carry you through the rest of your evening. Thank you for coming to class. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through practice. If you can find your inner outlaw, you will never lose sight of your wild and fearless heart. Thank you. Bye, Wanda. Have a good night. I'll see you on Sunday. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.